welcome to my channel Cancer Moon Oracles. My name is Rosa and I am coming in with your bi-weekly love reading, where in this video we're going to take a look at your energy and the energy of your person. Feel free to like, share, subscribe if the reading resonates. Remember, roles can always be reversed. Sun, Moon, Venus and Rising Virgo placements are welcome. You're probably wondering why there are two cards laid out on the table, and it is because I did start your reading, but I was just stumbling and tripping over my words. So I was like, oh, I just can't upload that. So anyway, scrap that, starting again, and here we are, right? So let me just show you the overarching energy for you. And actually, let me backtrack. The deck that I'm using here for this part of the reading is The Curious Creatures by Chris Ann Tarot deck. So you have the Ace of Swords, and your person's overarching energy is the Ten of Swords. And what's interesting is, what I am noticing in the Ten of Swords is that this is kind of like a bumblebee energy. You're the hummingbird, you're the ace, they're the 10. So it kind of just makes me feel like when I look at these two cards side by side, that you're in the current energy of making or have recently made some kind of a decision that has liberated you, that has freed you, but has impacted the person that you have been connecting to. So it kind of looks like whatever you've decided here, whatever you've said, because the hummingbird is like a messenger. Whatever you've decided, whatever you've said, whatever message you've delivered to this person hasn't received it well. Okay? This person is showing me that they're in the current energy of feeling like whatever they've heard, it's been too much to endure. It's been too much to bear. It's too painful. I want to say excruciating. And the reason why is because there's a rose hovering above this person, and it's because there are still feelings involved. Okay. So let's unpack it. Let's take a look at your energy, Virgo. Why is Virgo the Ace of Swords? Why are they in the current energy of the Ace of Swords? Wow, okay, so the Four of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles, the Five of Cups. Okay. It kind of looks like, Virgo, you can't forgive this person, Five of Cups. There's something that this person has done that obviously you cannot move past. You can't move past it. and you can't forgive them for it. Okay? You can't just build a bridge and get over it. You're saying to me, Rosa, I can't just build a bridge and get over it. I can't forgive and forget. I can't forget what they did to me. Okay, so that's fair enough. You're deciding here that you want, you've decided that you want a new experience, or you want a new opportunity. You want a new experience, or you want a new opportunity. And in order to have this new experience and in order to have this new opportunity, you've decided that it is best to stop talking to this person. You've decided that it would be best to stop talking to this person, to not have anything to do with this person. Yeah. You've decided here that you want to heal. You want to heal. You want to look after yourself. That's fair enough. What's at the bottom of the deck? Yeah. The Five of Pentacles. You've decided that you don't want to invest any more of your time or your energy into someone that you cannot forgive. Fair enough. Maybe, you know, for some of you, this person may have rejected you or may be neglecting you. And you might feel like you don't deserve that. Okay, so that's just a side message there. Let's take a look at your person's energy. Why is Virgo's person coming in as the Ten of Swords? The Knight of Swords. Ooh, the Hanged Man. Knight of Swords, the Hanged Man. For some of you, you may be connecting to a Gemini or a Pisces. Yeah, strong Pisces energy here with the High Priestess and the Temperance. It kind of looks like this person's in the current energy of not being able to move on, or not being able to accept what you're saying, accept your decision. Yeah, it kind of just feels like this person's really struggling to accept your decision. Interesting. With the Temperance card here, it makes me feel like this person is in so much pain that they're in so much pain that they're almost like feeling numb. Yeah, even with the Hanged Man here, there's this energy of this person trying to I don't know actually how to articulate this, but tune out, zone out, separate themselves. It's kind of like they don't want to accept what is happening. It's like in their head, like there's all these voices, but in their mind they're sort of going la 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 la. They're trying to block out all the noise or all the internal voices that are going on. Yeah, I don't know how else to say it. Hmm. Um, let's just clarify it for a second. The Four of Wands is revealing itself and the Knight of Cups. Yeah. See, when I see these two cards, it would indicate that this person still has feelings for you, still wants to be in some kind of relationship or in some kind of connection with you, but is struggling to accept your decision. And right now they're in this energy of, I can't accept this. This is not really happening. They're in this energy of like, this is not really happening. It's almost like they're detaching from the reality of the experience, of the situation, sorry. They're like detaching from the reality of the situation. It's like they're here, but they're not really here because it's too uncomfortable, it's too painful. It's like they might be in the room, but they've left the building, if you know what I mean. They're here, but they're not really here. Oh, okay. So that's what I'm picking up with this person. Let's take a look at their intentions What does this person want with Virgo? What do they want with Virgo? The Three of Wands, the Eight of Cups, okay. Okay. So the Three of Wands, the Eight of Cups, the Four of Wands, this person wants you to return. This person wants you to come back. This person's waiting for you to come back to them. Yeah, there's the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is a card of Virgo. This is associated with the sign of Virgo. So basically this person wants you to... This Three of Wands makes me feel like this person's waiting for you to come back to them. This person's waiting for you to say, hey, I'm back. I still want to be with you. Let's make this work. Yeah, let's make this work. That's what they want. They want to, with the Four of Wands, I'm seeing someone who is leaving the door open for you. Leaving the door open for you to come back to them, to return to them at any point should you decide to change your mind. Should you decide to change, to have a change of heart, that's how they feel. Okay. Well, that's what they want. They want to leave the door open just in case you decide to change your mind. This person's waiting for you to return. In the hopes that, you know, your decision to leave them was ultimately maybe the wrong decision. How do you feel towards this person, Virgo? What are your feelings towards this person? I kind of see with the Five of Cups that you do feel, okay, disappointed. The Empress, how do you feel? The Empress. What are your feelings towards this person? The Empress, the Knight of Cups, the Star. Okay. What do you mean, the World? How do you feel? I want to say what's coming to my, like what I want to say, what's on the tip of my tongue here is you feel like you can do better. You feel like you can find somebody else that will treat you right, or that will treat you better, that will treat you the way you want to be treated, that will treat you with respect. Someone who will appreciate you, you know? With the World card here, you feel that the relationship with this person is over. The World indicates a completed cycle, a completed chapter, completion, the end. You feel like it's the end with this person. It's done with this person. You feel like you've grown, you feel like you've evolved, and you feel like you can do better. That's it. What action will this person take towards Virgo? I don't know, let's just get nosy. Not that you probably want to know, but let's just see. What action will this person take towards Virgo? What will their actions be? The Nine of Swords with the Fool. What will this person's actions be towards Virgo? The Ten of Cups. I'll take the top one. And at the bottom, the King of Swords. Okay, their actions. What's going on here with their actions? I just want to clarify this Fool. Why is the Fool here? Why is the Fool here for this person's actions? The Ten of Wands. The Chariot. Give me a second to unpack this. You know what it is? It kind of looks like with the King of Swords here that this person's going to try to have a conversation with you, or they're going to try to talk to you. The King of Swords for me is kind of like a negotiator energy, where this person is going to try and maybe negotiate their way back into your life. Because I do see the Ten of Cups here. I do see the Fool. The Fool indicates on some level someone who is wanting a new beginning, a second chance, especially with the Ten of Cups, like a chance to reunite, reconnect. I see this person with the Chariot approaching you. It is someone who has, I want to say, a guilty conscience with the Nine of Swords. So this is someone who is approaching you knowing that they are guilty for the way that they have spoken to you, that the way they've treated you, and they are going to try and negotiate their way back in. This person knows with the Ten of Wands it isn't going to be easy. This person knows, it's going to be a struggle. But with the Chariot here, it kind of just feels like they're determined. It kind of feels like they will... it kind of just feels like they're determined. With the King of Swords, it kind of just feels like this person's in their mind, they have a plan. They have a plan. They've got it figured out. They're coming in with some kind of strategy. Yeah. This person's coming toward you knowing that you're not going to make it easy, or it's not going to be easy. So there's strategy here. Okay. All right, let's see how you're going to respond to this energy. How will Virgo respond to this energy? How will Virgo respond? Ooh, Queen of Swords. Interesting. Queen of Swords. How will Virgo respond to this energy? The Page of Cups. The Two of Swords. Huh. At the bottom of the deck, the Queen of Cups. And the Knight of Pentacles is underneath that. Give me a moment. How is Virgo responding? It's interesting because there is a lot of emotion, like there's emotion and there is logic. And there's a good balance of both, right? I'm just taking it slow because I'm trying to find the words. The Page of Cups is the energy of someone who can be very empathic, can be very forgiving, understanding. This is empathic energy, but it's coming in with the Two of Swords, right? So I feel like you're responding to this person by sort of saying here, because the Queen of Swords came in first, so you're sort of saying, Rosa, I'm not going to be so forgiving. I'm not going to be so understanding, okay? I'm coming in being more head over heart, okay? I'm using my head this time around because I know with the Queen of Swords exactly who I'm dealing with now. I know who this person is. I know what they're about. You know, the Queen of Swords she's the BS detector. She can see right through someone's intentions and motivations. And once upon a time, you used to be the Page of Cups. You used to be very forgiving and very understanding and very dismissive. But with experience, you've learned to be the Queen of Swords. You've learnt to be more discerning. You still are a caring individual because the Queen of Cups is here, but you're more selective, if I can put it like that. You're more selective of who you can be caring or compassionate with. Because this queen, her cup has a lid on it, and you're sort of saying, I can't be forgiving and compassionate with this person. I have to be more of a bitch. You know, I have to be an a-hole. Not quite, but you know what I mean? Like the Queen of Swords, come on, she's a bitch. She's a badass bitch. And unfortunately, you have to be mean. You kind of have to be mean. And that you are. You are. That's how you're responding. You're like, look, I've got to be harsh towards this person. It's the only way you're going to get your point across. It's the only way you're going to get your message across. They're going to understand and hear you better when you come in with Queen of Swords energy. Okay? So let's close out the reading. You know what? I feel like drawing an oracle card for you guys. Something a little extra special from the Kindred Spirit Oracle. Let's grab an oracle card for our Virgos. What's the last parting message for our Virgos? What oracle card do we have for our Virgos here? Ooh, snow globe. It says vision, courage, and rising above challenges. Snow globe, vision, courage, and rising above challenges. And you know what? And that you are. And that you are. I feel like with vision, I feel like you've made a decision and you already have in your mind's eye of what you're wanting moving forward. And courage represents the fact that you have finally plucked up the courage or even the confidence to set boundaries, speak your mind with this individual. And yeah, I feel like this snow globe is representing you kind of being like that ice queen. You know, it's you having to be the ice queen. Normally you're down to earth. Okay, but here I'm seeing a snow scene and the Queen of Swords. It's touching the Queen of Swords, so I'm getting that Ice Queen message. Unfortunately, you're having to be the Ice Queen towards this person. But you know what? There's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes we have to, like, you know, tap into different archetypes, and they all live inside of us. And this may be one of your challenges, because it's saying here, rising above challenges. This may be one of your challenges right now, is to set very harsh and stern and strong boundaries with this individual. So there's your reading, Virgo. Like, share, subscribe. Thank you for being here. appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next reading. Thanks, Virgo.